Perfect. All right. So you probably already know this page, right? Because this is our main page, and this is also from where you actually today book when you book your business travel, or if you book on behalf of others, you will find the online booking tool. There is a tab for this one here. So you will actually from Monday this week, you will notice there is a new tab called Meeting, Event, and Group Inquiries. And
Okay.
this is the tab where you need to access. All right. And I'm just going to say, and that's fine for you, obviously, but the form is in English. All right. So, and there is also, as you can see here, there is a user guide available as well. And there is a link here. So you can always go back to the user guide as well to get some support and help. But I think the solution and the process is quite intuitive. So let's see if you need it at all. So, all right. So the first page here, there are a few questions. So first of all, the tool would like to know which country where you want to hold your meeting event. All right. And in this case, we're based in Denmark. So let's just say I want to facilitate a meeting or request a meeting in Denmark. So I'm going to choose Denmark. The next item, very important, is obviously how many attendees will join this meeting. So in this case, let's say 30 is joining for the meeting, or I need to request for 30 people at least. Then there is a new question here where it says how many attendees are located outside of the required country. All right. As soon as you have people flying in from other countries, all right, if it's 20 plus of the participants joining from outside Denmark, where you want to conduct the meeting, we have a new tool available. So let me just quickly show you, and I will show you afterwards as well when we went through the first process. If you put in that 20 comes from outside, there's going to be a question if you would like to explore alternative destinations based on travel cost, travel time, and CO2 emission. Because we have a new tool that we call the TPE where to meet solution. And that means basically if you have people coming, let's say, into Denmark from Hamburg, you have people coming in from Warsaw, maybe people coming in from Barcelona, you can actually put that into this form we have. And then our meeting and conference team will actually look into if it would be more beneficial cost-wise, even travel time-wise, to actually have people maybe stay in Hamburg instead of flying everyone into Denmark, or even in Warsaw or in Barcelona. So sometimes, it would be great to maybe see what options do I actually have, instead of maybe just taking the decision, we definitely need to have it in Denmark. Why not open up and see what else can actually be offered? In this case, I'm just going to say 0. That means all 30 of these participants are coming from Denmark, and I want to keep it in
How
Denmark.
about below 20? Let's say
That is,
5 people outside Denmark.
yeah, then it's not beneficial to use this tool to calculate. Then
Okay, so it's,
if
yeah, so
yes, exactly. So then you fly the 5 people in, all right, to Copenhagen or Denmark, wherever in Denmark.
okay.
So in this case, I'm just gonna say 30 people, Danish colleagues, you meet up for a meeting somewhere in Denmark. So you get a drop down here where you have meeting only. You have meeting with a hotel add-on. You might, even if it's a day meeting, you might have people coming the day before because they cannot reach you or reach the meeting that starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. So they want to arrive the day before, or even maybe stay a night more because they can't get back home maybe during the nighttime. So that can also be chosen. And then the last one here is the group for flights and hotels. So that means if you have any group bookings where you need, let's say, 10, 20 people staying in a hotel somewhere, or even they need to go with the flight outside of Denmark, you need to fly them somewhere. it needs to be minimum 10 people, right, Shannon? Sorry. And I'm not going to have focus on that one today because it's quite simple, this form. I want to focus on the meeting form, all right? So in this case, I'm going to choose it's a meeting and I also need some hotel, all right? I'm going to proceed. All right. And this is where you can see, this is the actual form you need to fill in. And this form really captures as much information as we do need to actually go out and give you an offer. All right. So I'm just gonna put in sales meeting kickoff 2025. Just gonna say test here as well. My preferred city area for this one in Denmark is Copenhagen. All right, can be anywhere. In this case, I would prefer to have it in Copenhagen. The next box here, you have the possibility to put in a preferred hotel venue. You can, it's not mandatory, but if you already know, I would really like to have it on Commonwealth Port side. It worked really great the last time we actually had a meeting there. Then you put in Commonwealth Port side. All right. The next section here, I'm just going to take it down a bit. The next section here are the meeting packages. So in TPE, we have some meeting packages that are standard. That means you can request a half-day meeting in the morning, half-day meeting in the afternoon. You can also request a day meeting from approximately 9 o'clock until maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You can also request an evening meeting or a full day meeting, including dinner. It's, a full day meeting means it's all day with meetings, and then you have dinner included as well in the evenings. And then obviously we also have what we call a conference day, including accommodation where they stay in the hotel until the day after. It's 24 hours. And then you have a 2 days conference as well, where you have meeting rooms on both days and one night stay as well. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. One question. A preferred hotel or venue, can you actually pick 2 or 3, or it's only one?
You can write whatever, how many you would like to write down. And you
Okay,
can also
so-
just write down an area. And then if you have some specification that you need extra, or you need the parking space, you need the hotel close by the metro, or you can write whatever you wish to write.
Okay, so I can write all the conditions I would like to have.
Yeah, and I'm just going to show you in a minute. Let me just quickly here, just to show you as well, there is a box here as well that's called additional comments. So here you can put in whatever you feel is very important for us to know, all right? And we just gave an example. It could also be the table settings, right? I mean, for 30 people, you might have an idea how you want them to sit. So that is basically free text. So you can just add that comment here as well. I'm just going to go back to the meeting packages with the drop down. And over here, you can see meeting package descriptions. If you click here, I'm going to do that now, and it will take you to our standard meeting packages. All right. And in here, you can actually see what's included in all packages. All right. So in this case, let me just say I'm going to do a day meeting from around 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock. It's for still the 30 people. I'm going to say I want to have that meeting on the 18th of February. And it's a one-day meeting. So obviously it's also the checkout is the 18th. Sorry, question?
No, I just sneezed. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. Bless. All right. So, and in this case, I'm going to say we're going to start the meeting at 9 o'clock and it's going to finish, let's say, 4:30. All right. Then you have the option to actually add light breakfast as well. So if you have 30 people coming in the morning and the meeting starts at 9, they might want to, they're probably going to come at 8:30 maybe. Then you have the possibility to actually add a light breakfast as well. And I want to do that because it's very nice that they can have a cup of coffee, some tea, maybe a bun or croissant or something just to chat a bit. So I'm going to add that one. It's just a light breakfast. It's not a huge breakfast. The next box here are breakout rooms because that is needed as well sometimes. And in this case, I'm going to say, yes, I actually do need a breakout room for 4 people. It's still on the I'm going to take this one away. It's still on the 18th, but I need a breakout room for 4 people after lunch from 1 o'clock until 2 o'clock. And as soon as you can see this plus sign here, that means you can actually add more. So if you need maybe 2 breakout rooms, you need an additional breakout room for 5 people as well. In another room, you just click the plus and you'll get the same questions to actually put in the data as well. All right. So the next box here section is the hotel. Do you need extra hotel accommodation before or after the meeting event? And I'm going to say, yes, I do need that. All right. I'm going to let's say I have 5 people coming in the day before the meeting. So I need 5 single rooms. In this case, the meeting is on the 18th, so I need it from the 17th until the 18th. And I want to make sure they have breakfast as well. Then you can choose it's on the venue, on the hotel where you have the meeting, but you can also choose another hotel. So then you just take from the drop down other hotel and you can add that hotel name in here. In this case, I want these people to stay in the hotel. And as mentioned before as well, this is additional comments. So you can write exactly what you need us to know. And in this case, I'm just going to say this is a test. Good. Then we come to the requested details. So in this case, it took my details because I'm obviously have a profile, but it's going to take your profile. You as a meeting booker, it will take your information from your profile that we have on file in TPE. It will also get your email address and your phone number if that is updated. Otherwise, it's going to be mandatory and it asks you to put it in because it's very important that our meeting and conference team can actually get a reach of you. All right. So this is the requested details. Then we also put in some space here for a contact on the venue, because even if you are the meeting booker, you might have someone else. You might not even be on the venue on the day of the meeting, but then you have someone else that will be there and you want that person to be the contact towards the hotel. And then you can put that information in here. So I'm just quickly going to put my information in here. So the debtor report name is your legal entity name, and it takes it from your profile as well. So wherever you are based in your company, on which legal entity we have on file, that will be the one that's pushed here. The next box here is a possibility to put in a cost center. Some call it a Cardex number or even a project number as well. So if you have any information, anything that's crucial for you that follows this request all the way, you put that data in here. And at the same time, you can also put in who's financial responsible, full name, email address. It's not mandatory. So if it's just you as a meeting booker, you can just leave it blank.
Okay.
But this is something some of our other members is actually using. And we're trying to do a standard process, one fits all. That's not always easy. So, but that's why this one is here as well. So you can just ignore it, okay?
Yes.
All right. So I'm just gonna quickly put something in here. It doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna submit the form, and you can see the form submitted successfully. So now we have all the data that you have at this point. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a confirmation immediately on email that our meeting and events team, and that's Shanna and her team, they have received your request. And we have an SLA within 24 hours, but Shanna is always saying to me, we do it the same day. But within 24 hours, you have been contacted by one of our meeting and events project managers to start, actually working on your request. So either they're going to contact you saying, okay, we received your information. If there's anything else, please let us know. Otherwise, we're going to start the process of giving you some quotes. All right. And what we're going to do is that if you decide to have a preferred hotel venue, like I put in the Commonwealth Portside, we will get an offer from the hotel based on your request. And at the same time, we will always give you a second offer as well on an additional hotel venue. And it's always an offer that is cheaper than the one you requested. All right. So
Yes.
and so that's basically how it works. And when you will have both offers at the same time, we're not going to send the first offer and then the second afterwards. We want you to really see and compare that we can actually, and that's why we are here. That's our DNA. We need to make sure you actually save money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we always give you a cheaper offer as well. But at the same time, the preferred hotel venue where you would actually like the meeting to be held, you can also be very much assured that we are negotiating with those hotels as well to make sure you get the best available rate. We even have negotiated rates for many of the hotels.
When you talk about the negotiation price with the hotel, is it only for the hotel room or also for the conference room?
Also for the packages.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what if, let's say, for example, if I chose Conwell and then it's fully booked, will you come straight with some suggestions, or I have to start with this process again?
No, we will not leave you with that. We will take it from the first of all. If we realize that the hotel is fully booked, we will automatically give you another one. Otherwise, we can't give you an offer. And when you send us a request, you are expecting an offer. So if that hotel is fully booked, we will automatically look for something else.
Okay.
The thing is that we do have cases where most of, for example, Copenhagen are fully booked. But then we will come into a dialogue with you and we will tell you why. And we do also, in rare occasions, we do also stand with a fully booked Copenhagen. And the alternative might even not that cheap, but that is because of the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the venues not only in Denmark, or you can also check somewhere else. Let's say Singapore.
Yes.
Is it also possible for you?
Yes. If you are the holder of the meeting and the invoice will go to you here in Copenhagen, we will handle it. But if your partners in Singapore will be the ones paying the invoice, you will have to reach out for TPE, TMC. What are you calling them out in Singapore?
Travel agency.
The travel agency that we are working with in Singapore, you will have to reach out for them. But that has something to do with the invoicing part.
Okay. And another thing is that what did I want? This thing you said it will start in a Monday, right? The function.
You can
this
actually
new
use
function?
this request form from already.
It's live
It's a-
already.
yeah, it is.
It's live already.
Yeah.
Is
Yes,
it
it
only
is.
for Denmark or for all the countries with that we have rolled out?
Denmark, Norway, and Sweden only at this point.
Only at this point. And then you
Yeah.
will let me know when other countries can be
Yes.
out, right?
Yeah, we
Okay,
are
great.
working on UK, we're working on France as well. So, and Germany as well, but for now it's Denmark, Sweden, and Norway for this one.
Okay. And what else? It's how 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 much do you charge when I send such a request?
Well, we doesn't charge anything differently what we have already done. The thing is that this is just another way of sending in your request. The good thing about this way of request is that you always know where to go. We will help you with the information, and the information you put into here is actually going straight to our systems. So it will actually make the process much easier for us in our end, and at the same time you know exactly what you have sent off to us. So this is nothing. I mean, cost wise the fees are the exact same as it has always been, and you can actually find them on TPE net. Did we make a link to it on the form?
No,
We didn't.
didn't,
No.
but I can show you. It's up here. When you go into TPE.net, you have
You have it
a
here.
section here called Meeting and Conferences,
Mhm.
and there you can see prices as
Yeah,
well.
because they're different from
Number of participants,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, but is it a price guarantee that the price you offer me is not more expensive than I have asked the menu directly?
It should be, because that is what TPE is all about.
Yes.
The DNA with TPE is that we are negotiating not only the rates, but also the terms and conditions. So
Yes.
there's many ways to look at it. And also, especially on the cancellation terms, you can actually negotiate quite a bit there.
Okay, that sounds good because for the conference venues, it's they have quite strict cancellation rule.
Yeah, and usually they are between 90 and 60 days. We have all the negotiated rates we have with the hotels will be about 30 days prior to arrival. That is
Yes.
standard from us, and that is what we are negotiating out from. If I'm in contact with a hotel where we don't have an actually a preferred partnership, then I will start the negotiating. And if I see they have 90 days, I will work my way down. I will start with the 30, and probably we end with 45 days. But it's still better than what you can get yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
Okay, I just do a test to see if I can see the button here. It's quite. I actually just been to TPE website yesterday. I didn't see anything that. Oh, okay, now I see it. The meeting and inquiries. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want me to quickly go through? I think I'm gonna go through quickly the where to meet as well, just so because I can hear that you might have people coming from outside as well sometimes.
Yes.
So in this case, again, I'm quickly gonna say I want to have a meeting in Denmark. Let's say it's still 30 people, but I have actually 25 of them is coming from outside. All right. And here is the question where do you want to explore alternative destination based on travel costs, travel time, and CO2? You can also, there's a link here as well. So feel free and take your time just to go in here and read a bit more on our where to meet solution. But I'm going to say, okay, I would like to know that. So I'm going to say yes and proceed, because then you will actually see that the process changes, because now you are actually asking us to find a suitable location for your meeting based on cost, the time spent on traveling, and CO2 emission. All right. So in this case, I'm going to say the same sales meeting, kick off. In this case, it's from the 18th let's say to the 19th. My preferred destination is Copenhagen. Still, it's 30 people in total. We already said that on the first page. And now you can actually see flights coming up. So now I'm going to tell the team that I actually have from, I need to spell correctly here. Here you go. I actually have from Hamburg, let's say 10 travelers coming in to Copenhagen. And let's say to here from Warsaw, let's say I have 15 people coming in.
Yeah.
But there are multiple flights, so you can just add if you have many people coming from all over the place into Denmark, all right? So in this case, and the same here, because I mean down here, it's just to show you, it's a meeting space needed. Yes, I need it, but you're not here yet, all right? First of all, you want to look into the location of this meeting because you have so many people coming from outside as well. And I'm also going to tell the team that I need some rooms at some point. And then you can add additional comments as well. So this is basically it. So what you're going to do is that you're going to submit this one, and Shanna and her team will use our Where to Meet tool. So that means even if you decided that your preferred destination location is Copenhagen, but basically you only have 5 people from Copenhagen that lives in Copenhagen or Denmark. So maybe it would be cheaper for the company to fly out those 5 people to another destination, right? So what Shanna and her team is going to do is going to give you the overview on actually having the event or conference meeting in Copenhagen, also what the cost is and the time spent on traveling for Hamburg, but also for Warsaw. All right.
And most of the time you will cover it and even another alternative as well. But that is, for example, we know that bigger events are good to have in Spain because you can deduct the VAT. So a lot of the times we actually do include Spain in our search, just for you to see how that would look like. So yeah.
So that's definitely also an option that you can use through this process as well. And any questions to this one?
No, that's pretty
simple.
clear.
Yeah, perfect. All right. And since we have the time, I'm just quickly going to go into the group form as well, just to show you, because then we've been through all forms. So again, I'm just going to say Denmark. I'm going to say 30. All 30 of these people, okay, they are coming from the same country. But then you have the group flights and or hotel. You need to be a minimum of 10 people. So I'm just going to say here, I want to see the group form. And this is actually in here. You decide that you need flights only, hotels only, or even a mix of flights and hotels. So I'm going to choose hotel. Just need to go down a bit here. Sorry. All right. Then you see hotel room here. So in this case, I'm going to need 30 single rooms. I'm going to put in the date. I'm going to say 16th until the 17th. And I want everyone to have a breakfast as well. And then you can enter the hotel name as well. And in this case, Shanna and her team will go back when you have submitted the form. So they're going to go back and get you an offer on the Commonwealth port side, but there will also be an additional offer on another hotel. And the process goes basically the same for flights as well. If you need to have people flying out in a group of people, you just put in the flight details here as well from Copenhagen. And let's say they all need to go to
Oslo.
Oslo. Yes. Oh, that was maybe yeah. Anyway, there are 2 airports, but and then obviously the departure date, the approximate time, departure time as well, and number of travelers. So, and then you submit the form again, and Shana's team will take over and make sure you get offers on the requested. All right. Any questions?
No, it's this function is pretty straightforward.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and it really gives us and you the opportunity to gather as much information as possible at that stage. We do know it changes as well. And I just want to say with the meeting and events as well, the meetings, when they will have, I mean, you get 2 offers for the meetings, right? And when you have decided which offer that we're going to sign with, I mean, Shanna is going to facilitate the contract with the hotel venue, but she will also give you the possibility to take over after, and then you can do the coordination directly with the hotel. All right. You might have people with allergies. You need to consider, if there's anything exceptional with the dinner or with the lunch, etc. There can be so many things that need to be planned, right? So
Yes.
but when the meeting actually is being held and post meeting, we will get the invoice from the hotel. We will make an audit on the invoice, all right?
Okay.
And if there are any major differences between what we actually signed up for when you chose the offer and the invoice, we will consolidate with you and get it approved by you or the meeting booker, all right? To make sure that I mean, hotel makes mistake as well for the invoices, right? And we want to make sure that it's actually correct.
Yes.
So when this has been approved by you as a meeting booker, we will actually have this one on file, the supplier invoice, and then we will invoice your company directly as we do today, which is on monthly basis.
Okay.
All right.
So basically the invoice won't come to me, it will come to our finance people, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
And
great.
you will still get a delivery note. We're going to send you a delivery note so you know what we did. And we will also share the supplier invoice with you for approval, but not to be paid, because we do that.
Okay, great. It's the same as when I book flight ticket, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's pretty much straightforward.
Yeah, that's good to know. Good to
I
hear.
think when I start to use it, I probably will have questions. So,
Sure.
but so far, no.
Sure. Yeah, and you know what? Shannon and her team is here always to support. And when you submit the form, on the email you get back, there is also a phone number and email address, so you can always call us. All right, always.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Good. But if no more questions, I just want to thank you for joining,